guys, what's up? Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I know that my hair looks short. I cut it last night. I don't know why. I just really wanted my hair short, and I also want to grow my natural hair color back, which is like a very dark brown, and it's going to take some time. So I'm literally just going to leave it short so that I can grow it long and beautiful and healthy again. And it's just hair. It'll grow back. It's fine. I literally made a video of me cutting it too, and I might upload that, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see. Anyways, before we get into today's video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can find every single time I post, leave a like and a comment. And I also wanted to say that I have my last final tomorrow, like at this time I will be taking my final, and I kind of want to challenge myself from now until September 20th. I want to post a YouTube video every single day. I want to start daily uploading because I'm starting to feel very inspired again to start doing YouTube. It wasn't that I wasn't inspired before, but I feel like for me at least, like my waves of inspiration or like my waves of wanting to post, it is waves. Like it comes and it goes. So right now it's like full throttle hitting me, and so I have so many video ideas like out of nowhere, and so I want to be daily uploading just so I can get some content up for you guys, because once the school year starts, my uploading schedule is probably going to go to 2 days a week, and I am going to make it consistent once the school year starts. Just during the summer I kind of just wanted to like chill and like figure out, get my life back together. It's taken a while, but it's finally happening. So yeah, that's just a little side note. But anyways, getting into today's video, I want to share with you guys how to get an A in chemistry. Now, a lot of people hate chemistry. I honestly don't know why, but a lot of people don't like it, or they find it really hard. They don't know how to study for it. It's also the start of a new school year, so some of you guys might be taking like high school chemistry, AP chemistry, general chemistry in college. All of this stuff works the same for all of them, but I am speaking on my experience in college, like general chemistry. But this could also work for high school chemistry too. It's just taken, I don't know. Okay. So my very, very first tip is the most important tip. None of these tips are going to work if you don't follow this tip, and it's organization. And what I mean by organization is investing in a planner. Now, I know you hear every person tell you this, but it's true. You can't keep your life together without a planner. Now, I'm kind of extra about it because I have an actual planner that I'll show you. So I have this planner, but I'm also, once the school year starting, going to get a paper, like one of those calendars, like those giant paper desk calendars, and I'm going to put it right here on my desk, and also have that because sometimes when I'm doing homework, I don't want to reach in and get my planner out. I want always to like be reminded of what's due on what day, so I don't ever forget. And that's like the most important thing. How can you expect to succeed in a class if you're not turning the assignments in because you don't have it written down and you're not like planning your time accordingly, And also too, with planning, you don't even have to have a paper planner. Some people do better with online planners, and there's so many videos about like different types of online planners. I know my friend Vlad made he's my boyfriend, but he made a video about like an online planner that he likes, and I'll link it right up there for you guys so you guys can check that out if you want. Because I don't really know a lot about online planning. I do use iStudies Pro, which is kind of, it's planning, but it's essentially just like putting assignments into it so you can check them off. It's a really great app. It's like $2 or $3 I think on the App Store, but it's totally worth it. It's an amazing investment. But yeah, and so I kind of want to break this video into like before lecture, during lecture, after lecture, and then like some overall just tips. So starting with lecture prep, I definitely recommend reading the chapter or the lecture notes before you get to lecture. Some professors will put up the notes on Canvas. I don't know what else people use besides Canvas, but they will put the lecture notes online before the lecture. So if you have that, I would definitely recommend looking over your lecture notes, reading them, highlighting them, taking notes on them. If you don't understand something, make sure you mark it so then during that part of lecture, you can actually like write everything they say down so you can have that like aha moment, And also with this, if your teacher or professor does not post the notes online, then I know for a fact, or I don't know for a fact, but there might or probably will be chapters in a textbook that you can read, and I would definitely recommend reading the chapter before you go to class. If you are somebody who had access to the chapters and the lecture notes, which was the case for my class, do both. Read the chapter before, or read at least sections of the chapter that you know you're going to be covering, as well as looking over your lecture notes, and then with the reading in your chapter, make sure you're taking a lot of notes on that. And I'll kind of get into the whole note taking towards the end of this video, but make sure you're taking notes on that so that when you go to class, you can kind of add notes into your already made notes, if that makes sense. So like, for example, what I would do is, let's say we're doing a chapter on like nomenclature. It's like very basic chemistry, right? Like just naming stuff. I would write everything in black, like just a black pen, and then during lecture I would use my colored pens and like make little annotations for my notes, things that I missed in my reading. That way you're going to lecture to like actually learn, like to kind of reinforce your knowledge versus going there to completely learn a new thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a very big thing. So yeah, during lecture you just want to make sure that you're taking very, very good, very detailed notes, and if the instructor ever writes something on the board, literally write that in your notes and circle it or star it or highlight it or put little stickers around it, you know, whatever it is that you like to do. Because if a professor is giving you a lecture and they take time out of their day to walk behind where the camera is to the actual whiteboard and write something down, that's how you know it's important, and that's how you know you need to have that in your notes and have that memorized. So after lecture, this is kind of where the majority of how you're going to get an A kind of takes place, but this preparation and the organization is like the base. You can't get an A without doing that stuff, if that makes sense. So after lecture, this is something that I did, and it personally worked for me, but I also want to mention that everybody has different learning styles, so if this doesn't work for you, then there are so many other resources and things to look up online that might help you better, but for me, this is just what worked. So basically, I would have two chemistry notebooks. I have my lecture chemistry notebook and then my one that I keep at my house. And so after my lecture, I would go straight home and rewrite all of my notes very beautifully into a separate notebook. The reason why I would do this, and you want to do this as soon as class is over, okay? Because right after class is over, that knowledge is really fresh in your brain. So if you're rewriting everything, it's going to get reinforced in your head and you're going to know it a lot better. And it's also going to give you a nice notebook to study from that's very organized and very neat. So basically, your lecture notebook will have all of your reading when you read before the lecture, and then all the annotations you make. That way, when you rewrite your notes, they can all be cohesively written together. It'll look a lot nicer, and also do practice problems. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough. Chemistry is basically just so much stoichiometry, and you have to do practice problems. If you don't do practice problems, that I don't know how you're gonna get an A, because that's the number one thing you have to do. Like, yes, there's vocabulary. I mean, yes, there's a lot of like reading, like dense material, but at the end of the day, a lot of it is practice problems and understanding concepts. You can build that knowledge up by doing practice problems. Like, it's like math, for example. You can rewrite your notes in math. I don't do that for math. I usually just do it for like science classes, but for math you can do that. But at the end of the day, if you're not practicing math problems, you're not going to get better at math. Doing practice problems for chemistry is literally the key. If you take one thing from this video, it's do the practice problems. Go to the end of the book in the chapter, do all the practice problems. That is how you're going to get really, really good at chemistry. I promise you guys. And so my last tip is this. I have mentioned this in so many videos, but I just want to very clearly put this out there for you guys. This is the best way to study general chemistry. I'm not kidding. So I know this is MCAT, and like, as I am pre-med and I do plan on going to medical school, even if you're not, buy this, because if you're taking the entire general chemistry sequence, you need this, because it's basically just summarizes everything. And so, for example, when I was learning about kinetics and equilibrium, I had no idea what was going on. Like, I literally was so confused. I like would look over my notes, I would read the book, and I did not understand it. But then I went into this book, for example, kinetics, and they have an entire like chapter explaining kinetics. So what I would do is go in here and just highlight stuff and just write little annotations, do all their practice problems, and literally by the end of it, I was so good at kinetics. Like right now, kinetics and equilibrium are my strengths in chemistry because I studied them so intensely from this book. So I just think that this book is a very great way to practice knowledge that you don't understand, or if you need extra help that you're not getting within the classroom. I would definitely recommend this MCAT book because it does help a lot. But yeah, I hope this video really helped you guys. I know that people were requesting me to do study videos like this, and since I just finished the general chemistry sequence, or since I'm taking my last final tomorrow, which is literally insane. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm done. I'm so happy. Well, then I start organic in the fall, but still. Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. And also, since I want to know your opinions on me daily uploading, I really want to do it because it's going to help me get a lot of content that I want to make out there. And a lot of people have been requesting videos, so I have a lot of ideas thanks to you guys. But if you do have a video idea, or if you have something you really, really want to see, leave it down below in the comments. And I am planning on doing a plan with me video, but I'm waiting towards the end of August to do it because it's going to be a September plan with me. So I don't want to do it too early because it's August 13th right now. And also the only thing with the plan with me is I'm not gonna have my syllabuses for my fall class, so I'm basically just gonna be setting up my planner for fall. But yeah, so I will be doing that in probably a week or two, towards probably a week and a half-ish, towards the end of August. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified every single time I post. Leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know. Bye.